Friends, before I tell you what happened to me, I need you to understand something. Some toys should never be brought home. Some things that smile at you in the store are hiding something far darker beneath their innocent faces.
My name is Lily, and I used to live in Shanghai with my dog, Shadow.
I had a sweet little job at a toy shop, and honestly, I loved it. The colorful displays, the children's laughter, the rows upon rows of stuffed animals and dolls.
I've always had a thing for dolls. My apartment was filled with unique pieces I'd collected from around the world.
But then it arrived. One autumn morning, a limited edition shipment of Labubu dolls came to the shop.
This particular Labubu was different from the others. While most were pink or white, mine had this golden fur that seemed to shimmer under the lights.
I was in love. I brought it home that evening, cradling it like a newborn.
I took dozens of photos, posted them online, and introduced my new treasure to Shadow.
But the moment I held the Labubu near him, he went absolutely ballistic. His hackles raised, his teeth bared, and he began barking and growling with a ferocity I'd never seen. Shadow wouldn't stop. He kept his eyes locked on that golden figure, backing away slowly, his growls turning into frightened whimpers.
That night, for the first time in years, Shadow refused to sleep in my bedroom.
The next morning, I woke to Shadow's frantic barking. He was standing in front of my shelf, losing his mind over the Labubu.
He grabbed my jeans with his teeth and tried to drag me toward the shelf, as if he was trying to warn me about something.
When he wouldn't stop, I lost my temper completely and locked him in the bathroom. That day at the toy shop was a nightmare. I don't know what came over me, but I felt this rage building inside my chest like a pressure cooker about to explode.
A customer asked me a simple question, and I just snapped. I screamed at her, my voice echoing through the store.
My manager rushed over mortified and fired me on the spot.
I stumbled home in tears. When I unlocked the bathroom door, Shadow rushed out, but instead of running away,
He stopped. He looked at my tear-stained face.
he whimpered softly and pressed his head against my leg.
I collapsed into bed early that night. I woke to the sound of laughter. Not normal laughter, this was something else, something wrong.
There was someone standing in the corner of my room. I could see the silhouette, could feel eyes boring into me through the blackness.
My heart hammered against my ribs as I fumbled for the lamp switch. Light flooded the room. Nothing. No one was there. Just the Labubu doll, lying on the floor in the exact spot where I'd seen the figure.
I must have knocked it off the shelf in my sleep, but my hands were trembling.
That's when the nightmare began. In my dream, I was in my bedroom, but everything felt wrong. The air was thick and hot, smelling of rot and copper.
And then I saw it, a creature standing in the shadows. Its body was deep red.
The color of old blood, and its flesh was decaying, hanging off in strips that revealed glistening muscle beneath. It had massive, jagged teeth, each one as long as my finger, and claws that curved like scythes, dripping with something dark and viscous.
The creature smiled at me. The same smile. The same big-toothed grin as the Labubu.
It moved closer, its claws scraping against the floorboards. I tried to scream, but no sound came out.
I woke up screaming, but the nightmare wasn't over. The Labubu doll was sitting on my chest, staring down at me.
I swear, its smile looked wider now. More knowing.
Shadow burst into the room at the sound of my scream. Before I could react, he lunged at the doll, sinking his teeth into its golden fur and thrashing it violently. Cotton stuffing exploded across the room as he tore it to shreds.
I was drenched in cold sweat, my head pounding with a migraine so intense I could barely see straight.
Morning light revealed something worse. My headache had intensified to the point where I could barely open my eyes, and my hands were covered in tiny red welts like insect bites or puncture wounds.
Shadow? Shadow! Shadow!
Panic rising in my throat, I searched every room, the living room empty, the kitchen empty, the bathroom. Shadow wasn't there.
When I looked in the mirror, I gasped.
My entire face was covered in those red marks. They looked like bites.
And then, in the reflection behind me, I saw it, the creature from my nightmare. Red flesh rotting off its bones, those terrible teeth grinning, those claws reaching.
I spun around. Nothing but the bathroom shelf. And sitting on it, completely intact, was the Labubu doll. The same doll Shadow had destroyed. The same doll I'd thrown away.
Its smile was no longer cute. It was mocking, malicious, evil.
I ran from the bathroom, calling desperately for Shadow, and rushed outside. The street was empty. He was nowhere. When I came back inside, my blood turned to ice. The Labubu was now in the kitchen, sitting next to the sink.
Its paws and teeth were stained dark red. I looked down into the sink. Shadow's body lay crumpled in a pool of blood, his fur matted and torn. He'd been mauled savagely, viciously torn apart. His eyes were still open, frozen in terror.
I fell to my knees, vomiting, sobbing. My best friend.
With trembling hands, I searched online. Labubu doll haunted. The results made my skin crawl. Dozens of articles, hundreds of reports from around the world. People being bitten by their Labubu dolls. One forum post made me stop breathing. The Labubu isn't just a toy, it's a vessel for Pazuzu, an ancient demon of plague and pestilence.
I grabbed the Labubu, doused it in lighter fluid, and set it ablaze in my sink.
I watched it burn, the golden fur blackening and curling, those blue eyes melting into nothing.
When only ash remained, I sealed it in a jar and threw it into the river.
That night I called my little sister and told her everything. She thought I was having a breakdown from stress. Maybe I was.
But at least the doll was gone. At least it was over.
It wasn't over. They found my body the next morning.
The police report said it looked like I'd been attacked by an animal. My flesh was torn, my throat crushed. Just one thing sitting peacefully on the shelf above my bed. A golden Labubu doll with bright blue eyes and a big toothy smile.
My colleague from the toy shop took it home with her. She loved how cute it was.
Some say the Labubu is still out there being passed from person to person.
So I'll leave you with this question. If you see one of these dolls with its innocent smile and soft fur, will you take it home? Or will you remember what happened to me?